Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect guidance, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for all of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity for peace, for benevolence, and for joy. If we could just let two things happen at once. The goddess Kuan Yin calming everything down within you and around you. It's like if there were a child going to bed, everything getting calm in the house. Let's let the house be the world. Let's let everything be calm through Kuan Yin's loving and insistence. So let everything be quiet down. At the same time, let's be very aware that Mother, Father, God cares for you, and letting Mother, Father, God do that, to let Mother, Father, God care for you, and letting the harmony, the hope for harmony that you have, the goodness in your heart, the peace that you want on the planet, letting that have more room and not being generated from by you, but the articulation coming from you. So if we could just breathe into that. And let's indeed just notice Kuan Yin making everything good right now with a lot of generosity, a lot of care. And if we can notice Kuan Yin having a compassion team with her, which might be Kuan Yin duplicated 1,000 times, perhaps wearing the same outfit, which might be flowing. If we could just breathe into these swashes of color at work throughout your world, if we could feel the energy right where you are in the structure that you're in, being made calm, the lighting being made harmonious. Anyone you're aware of, anyone that might require your care, your attention, your thoughts, that being provided for, any concern you have in the world, in the United States, in Armenia, other places in Europe, letting that care be present right away, creating a world where everyone is safe, everyone is honored, and to feel the 1,000 Kuan Yins, Mother, Father, God, all the angels, all the guides you know, all of them taking care of this. So if we could just breathe into implicit trust and implicitly trust that the highest good will happen. And as we relax, letting the central Kuan Yin take care of you and calm down all systems, including nervous system, we'll take a moment to pray. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for showering the world with peace right now. We celebrate Kuan Yin's call for compassion and the Kuan Yin team spreading out throughout the world right now, going to every individual, every community, every state house, every capitol building, every parliament building, every corporation, and bringing harmony and peace to all, and letting the highest good come forward: justice, integrity, peace, teamwork, clarity, and strength. We let anything that might feel out of integrity to be exposed, to be thwarted, and we let goodness and integrity and peace come forward right now with great goodness, great harmony, and great joy. If we could just breathe into that. And if we could notice that prayer going out, and then let's not follow that prayer. Let's let it have its own way. And let's come back to you with the primary Kuan Yin calming all of your systems. And if we could feel, following the implicit trust, there being generosity coming toward you directly. So let's lovingly just breathe into that. And if we can notice what it feels like to have generosity lovingly flood all of your systems, generosity in your physical heart, generosity in your physical brain, generous thoughts, none of this overwhelming, all of it being fluid and simple, all of it being in tune and in sync with your natural rhythms. So, if we could go off of that, the natural rhythm, if we could notice anything that is, in her wording, a violation of your natural wisdoms, like constant agitation, let's let her take the needle off of that record. Let's let her intervene with that. Let's let her stand between you and that constant agitation. And we'll just breathe in to the energy, the true energy of the earth, which is harmony, which is a breeze, which is the sound of water, which is your breath, your heartbeat. So let's continue and perhaps allow a new layer of the calm being provided for you. And because the word was brought up twice in our intention, if we could notice the word benevolence, and Kuan Yin saying that very slowly and breaking up the syllables. Benevolence. Let's let her create that experience for you right now. And if we could notice there's no requirement on your part, and if we can indeed, to her joy, if we could essentially role play with Kuan Yin and let her be the nanny, like Mary Poppins, who's practically perfect, if we could just breathe in to Kuan Yin taking care of you with incredible love and her handling everything. So we'll just breathe into all that. And as things elongate, as things smooth out, if we could just be aware of Kuan Yin talking to your body, talking to your physical body, emotional body, mental body, energetic body, and having these conversations for clarity with your body, with your being. And if we could allow your focus and attention to go to breath, to elongation, to sensation, and any guidance and praise and affirmation coming to you from Kuan Yin, and any assurance coming from just the mere presence of Mother, Father, God. And if we could very simply breathe in and very lightly, perhaps on the fingertips, let's very simply begin to merge energy with Kuan Yin, your aura and her aura intertwining, her energy and your energy becoming one. And let's notice, like dipping a toe in water, what it is like to be enveloped in compassion. And as we say that, she's instantly pointing out her core energy, which is she's very determined, but not harsh. She's very focused, but not rigid. So if we could feel the expanse of her care being a goddess, the expanse of her knowledge and her scope of help, her scope of service, and that being lovely, like a warm bath, but the opposite of wishy washy, very focused, very clear. So let's breathe in and we'll just notice that. Wonderful. If we could breathe in and if we could notice Kuan Yin as you merge, let's notice her saying telepathically the word allow, 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 allow. And let's let that happen. Let's notice what it's like to allow more connection with that goddess, more connection with compassion, and more help. So let's just take in a breath. And if we could very simply and softly say out loud, I allow. So we're going to give her some room and exist in silence for a bit. If we could notice the activity of her polishing your crown chakra. So we'll breathe in. We have a held space. Let's trust that if she wants to contribute anything, she'll report, but we'll work in some silence for a bit here. We'll just breathe in and allow. With implicit trust, let's let her edit the slideshow in your head. If there's a focus to that, let's let your mind focus on beauty, connection, positive connection, like a faithful dog. Let's let her edit some of the images. And if we could feel into and receive telepathically all of the 1,000 Kuan Yins, including the one in the room with you, all of them making a gesture like a dance simultaneously, which might involve an upward motion of heads looking up and arms moving up, all of them across the world making the same gesture and motion. If we could feel the unity of that, similar to a huge flock of birds all turning a different direction at once. If we could just breathe into the sense of victory that is present, the sense of the goal being achieved, of all hearts having love in them, things being cleaned up, there being in this moment more harmony. All the rough edges smoothed out. And let's breathe into the absolute assurance and radiant confidence that you have a place in the world, that your happiness is important, you are seen, heard, and loved, and goodness is present right now. Let's notice with choreography all those 1,000 Kuan Yins facing you from wherever they are in the world, across the globe, facing you and saying your name. Let's take in a breath and let's let them do that again. Your name spoken and communicated telepathically at the same time. Let's notice all the Kuan Yins turning their heads to the right and doing the same thing, saying your name, but in a different direction and also telepathically. Let's notice and trust implicitly that your name carries the vibration of your intentions, your wishes. The speaking of your name is the same as a prayer for peace. Wonderful. Let's let the Kuan Yins turn to the left and say your name. Facing up with their arms up and saying your name. If we could feel with that gesture and the vertical nature of their arms and head, that saying of your name goes into the earth, it's grounding. If we could just take in a breath and respond to them by also saying your own name out loud, just your name, Mark. And let's do that again, perhaps left, right, up, just a different direction, like you're responding. Mark. And again, different direction. Mark. Let's breathe in and let's say out loud, I reap, R-E-A-P, I reap. Wonderful. If we could feel the bookends of I allow and I reap, let's just breathe into this harvest of goodness, the transmission of compassion, the harmony that is in place. Wonderful. Right where you are, let's notice Kuan Yin holding both of your hands. And if you could breathe in and reap the benefits of having this goddess's full attention on you. And if we could take in Kuan Yin's great satisfaction with all that has taken place during this time. If we could breathe in and note that she is thrilled, that she is more than pleased. And if we could feel the satisfaction, her feeling complete for this moment, and letting all that has happened linger in your cells, in your heart, to feel the continuity of the 1000 Kuan Yins, to feel that prayers for peace have been spoken with the imprint of your name throughout the world, creating more goodness, more peace, more harmony. And if we could just take in a breath into the 1000 Kuan Yins, we'll say out loud, thank you, Kuan Yin. To Mother, Father, God, we'll say out loud, thank you, Mother, Father, God. To ourselves, we'll say our own names with thanks. Thank you, Mark. To the world, to the planet Earth, we'll say out loud, I choose peace. To the universe, we'll say out loud, I choose love. Wonderful. We could just breathe in. And if we could just take in for a moment the harmony created here, like a fresh coat of paint, like the landscape after rain, everything being brand new, in a fresh intention, a fresh imprint, the choice for peace, the choice for love. All of that being present right now. And as we take this in and feel refreshed and renewed, we thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters. We thank as well the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this moment, an opportunity of deep connection, deep reach, expansive change, and peace of mind. We celebrate our nervous systems being elongated, the imprint of our names merged with prayer and intention for peace, harmony, and love. We celebrate that broadcast of love, and um, we welcome the opportunity to view the result of those prayers and to feel with great satisfaction goodness happening throughout the world that we could see and we could trust exist. And with clarity, peace, ease, and love, we simply ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.